Hello everybody, welcome to A Certain Magical Index, New Testament, Volume 15, Chapter 3, Part 1. Wow, these titles are getting a lot longer. That's the problem, that's why I don't put all of that in the name of the video, because it takes up way too much space. I can't put my own title. But, the chapter starts off with Toma kind of panicking over his loss of hair, due to him thinking Index biting it was kind of loosening his cuticles on his head. But, yeah, Othenus just kind of knocks him out of that state of mind, and then he kind of announces that, Othenus is staying home, so that Kamisato doesn't end up seeing her and getting her and all this stuff, along with other magic gods possibly being around. Whatnot. Because he doesn't really know if all the magic gods are dead yet, so, or at least gone. We're not really confirmed if they're dead or not, but I guess they basically are, so. But yeah, they start talking about how, Kamisato may not risk sending, any of his girls over at his place, because he's kind of protective over him and all that stuff, or, they may view them as, he's not the person to view them as, oh, you didn't beat this person, so you're super weak, or they don't blame them for that type of stuff. Basically, he kind of sends them in if he's confident enough they'll have a 100% victory, that way he doesn't lose them, and all this stuff. So, at least he's not, like, a completely, bad person, I guess, but still kind of sort of bad in character. I don't know. People are winning me over with this now with Kamisato. But, Index kind of makes an abrupt, like, flat out, just random comment stating about how the food she's eating is so normal it's boring. Okay, Index literally has, like, 3 lines. And this freaking, so, like, the beginning, she had, like, a bye-bye Toma line, and then this is, like, the second one, I think she says bye again. But, seriously, what? I know I made an Index video already, but it's just, how is she, how? Is she gonna play even a role in the end? I'm thinking she does, but honestly, I still wish that Kamachi just, at the beginning of New Testament, have her just taken away. That would have been better than seeing her just do nothing. Mrs. Background character. It might as well be called a certain magic god right now than a certain magical index. Because I think Othenus has had way more, like, time than Index had in this series. Like, moments now. But, I don't know. I feel like she's getting way more focus on than Index is. So, yeah, change the freaking title. If Kimichi ever makes a part 3, he should change it to a certain whatever, not even Index anymore. I bet he could do that, make a part 3, change it. He changed this one, why not? But, yeah, continuing, Toma leaves. And what she notices, Mizuka kind of just looking all, freaky. But he kind of walks up to her, and she kind of does, like, this fake smile, commenting on how he should be wearing a layered coat because it's freezing outside, which he kind of notices that's a really, like, odd comment, kind of out of the blue here, which, he's kind of freaked out by. And he kind of states, like, did something happen? I mean, he just kind of flat out says yes to that statement that he made. But, which kind of, honestly, it kind of freaked him out, too, because, like, he probably thinks Kamisato, someone, like, got to her or whatever. She kind of walks away all creepily, and, 1 minute. Try to find this line, I really want to, yeah, I showed you how professional I am. Yeah, she kind of walks away, and, she says, and now I can assume I'm setting the pace at the head of the pack. Now, this kind of confuses Toma. Now, I don't really know what she means by that, like, I'm betting she's probably saying I'm now going to be the leader of the pack, or I'm going to be next to the leader of the pack, or, more powerful in some aspects, like be the same power as the head of the pack, which I guess she's referring to Toma in a sense, in some way, I don't know. But, Mizuka's kind of going, a little, so we go next. We go to the next part, in which, Tomino heads to his school, and he runs into Kamisato, and he kind of asks him, what's going on? My friends are being attacked, what's what's happening, all this stuff, in which, asking him if he knew so. Not asking about Tsuji Mikado, which, I mean, honestly, where is he? Seriously. I mean, like, where is he? Honestly. I want to know. I could honestly picture him being fine and perfect and all this stuff, being somewhere else. But, it would have been nice to at least... It would have been nice to at least gotten a hint at the end of this. He could have just put a little extra between the line thing at the very end where it's like you see, like, you get a little hint of what he's doing and that's it. Okay, maybe we'll see something next time, I don't know. But, yeah. Toma kind of meets with Kamisato and kind of asks him what's going on, in which he mentions Salome is currently targeting his friends and trying to kill them to kind of lessen the pillars that's holding his group up and ultimately expect them to separate. In which he says he gets this info on her or she most likely got the info by Sun and Moon, I think. Sun and Moon sisters. I think that's what they're called. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But apparently they read predictions through the weather, like rain and stuff like that, on the sky or whatever, so they were able to predict what was going on and all that stuff. And when she was saying that, Salome kind of split Claire in half, but she's fine, because, she's a plant woman. She can probably regenerate herself back or whatever with plants. Or whatever. And which Toma kind of makes a comment saying, what if I told you I was the one that split her in half? And I said, it kind of makes an empty threat. Or, I don't know. I just thought that threat was kind of weird. Like, do you want to die? Like, something like that. I don't know. But it kind of proves Toma's point of him really caring about, the people around, the girls around him and stuff. And which Kamisato kind of makes a plan where, maybe if she sees me, killing you, or, all this stuff, she'll stop trying to kill your friends or target them. In which Toma kind of is hesitant, but he agrees to this plan. Now, this is probably one of the problems I mentioned with Toma, where it's like he can be a little too trusting. Like, I guess he wasn't that trusting of him, but I guess he kind of thought he was understanding and not that bad of a person, so I guess I can understand him trying to go with this plan. But it was just... I don't know, I mean, they addressed this, like, at the beginning of New Testament, where it kind of goes through this thing where, people are using me for their evil deeds and all this stuff, but that kind of still doesn't affect him not doing what he does to help people as much anymore, but it's just, I don't know. This is one of the reasons that I kind of have Toma as, like, my third or second character, I guess. I say I like characters equally, but so I guess sometimes they have their likes and dislikes. This is one of his dislikes where he just kind of goes with this plan, even though he kind of says that he doesn't really trust them and all that. But yeah, besides the fact, we get to the next panel, we see Accelerator! Yeah! But we see the last freaking 3 volumes. Yeah, it's kind of... doesn't really say much in this song, because Salome kind of just comes up to him and kind of spouts the same nonsense as pretty much every single person before has said. Dark Rider said it. Amada said it. Ewa said it. Alistair said it. It doesn't stop. It's just, she basically tells him, you can't do this stuff because your past is evil and you can't redeem yourself now because you're evil in the past. And Accelerator is just kind of just sitting there being quiet for the past, 5 sentences or paragraphs she was spouting. And when she kind of just walks up and kind of rips off her arm, which kind of makes her all fidgety and like, oh yeah, rip off more, and all this stuff. And when you get a little bit more insight on her power, and what she kind of says that she has 2 versions of sacrifice. She has the one where she sacrifices weapons, but it makes no sense for her to able to grab Misaka's Iron Sandstone, which she should have been able to see, but she was too frazzled in the head, I guess, to really notice. But no human can actually just grab her Iron Sand sword, because it's vibrating metal, like a chainsaw. In which she says that she actually sacrificed her whole body to her god. I forget the name of the god, so I'm not good with gods and myths and stuff, so forgive me. But she turned her body into a weapon, basically, because when Accelerator tore off her arm, there was no blood. It was like he tore off an arm of a mannequin. So obviously she has no pain, a battle body of sorts. So she's able to kind of basically do whatever without really resorting to having physical pain or, really being to bleed out and all this stuff. So yeah, her body's way more tolerable than pretty much everyone else's, in which Accelerator just kind of has his arm in her hand. He just makes the best comment ever from, like, most insane person in the series made this comment. This is messed up. Well, when I read that comment, I laughed. Like, it was just so out of, like, not only out of character, but just out there. Like, Accelerator is the person saying this. This is messed up, man. Like, it was just hilarious to me. I just enjoyed that so much. It was just a good, just welcome back Accelerator thing. But, yeah, I just kind of tosses the arm, he was also saying that this isn't from Academy City, obviously, and she's kind of like, of course this is from Academy City and all this stuff. But, and she kind of spots that, the little stuff he's carrying for Last Order, pretty much. And she made the comment to where, she was in the area, that's when he tore when he tore her arm off, and which, she was kind of excited, got off on that, really got off on that, But, sorry, this is the very last part, so, I'm sorry, I was on a roll there, but now I'm just, I need at least to see a little sentence to kind of get me, but yeah, okay. She kind of says how, you don't kill anymore, and then, like, just rip off my arm, someone could have died or gotten, like, an injury off of that, and all that, and he's just like, what, do you want me to pat you on the head? Which, I guess, it has been explained in his past that he has torn off arms, he's blown eyes out, but they don't necessarily haven't really died from that, I guess. Even when you have your arm cut off, I guess you have plenty of time to kind of have police and kind of stop the bleeding and whatnot. He could have called, like, the ambulance or something afterwards. I don't really know what he did when he blows an eye off or freaking blows an arm off. But he does state that he will kill her, because he's threatening his wife, basically. And, they both kind of finally clash, in which we kind of get a lackluster fight scene after this. But yeah, this is when I'm gonna stop. So I hope you enjoyed this chapter of part 1 of chapter 3. So I'll see you guys next time.